We are out in the tent. My mom is gonna come and we're all going to get in the covers. We're getting some blankets and pillows so we can come out in the woods. But since I'm allergic to mosquitoes, I'm gonna hide in the tent, which will protect me from majority of mosquitoes. She's got her dog too, so they are coming out. We're gonna enjoy our time here in the woods. Boy doesn't have his collar on because he had to get a bath. Somebody rolled in turkey poo yesterday, but I wasn't home when it happened, so I didn't get any footage. We just barely got home, yesterday. So my mom came and dropped me off, so that's why she's here. And now we're home. I miss you so much, boy. Yes, I did. Wow. We are all getting comfy in the tent. Yeah! Even Viveka's in the tent. Wow, Bowie. Wow, you in the tent? Is Arlo in the tent? Actually, we're just home. This is our backyard. Ricky and Riley wanted us to grab them some wild mushrooms. So we're out here getting the morels. We're gonna pick some. We got a little paring knife and we're gonna harvest some mushrooms if they're available.
And I'm here for moral support.
That's right. They're right here where we're standing. So don't step on one.
I see them. Ooh, here's your knife, Ken. Let me take my photo. Thanks. I see.
Hopefully they don't have bugs in them. My dad and husband said that, well, my father-in-law and husband said that they could get bugs in them. So that's fun. But I guess you cut them open to see if they have bugs before you cook them. I don't know anything about cooking them. I've never picked wild mushrooms before. So hopefully they figure out what to do. I told them I'd give them some mushrooms, so that's what we're doing. My mom's going home early in the morning. She's going to drop it off at their house.
She's taking some pictures of the morals, or whatever it says. Morals?
So fancy. Is that what you're buying
They
this?
made one.
Where is the holder? Oh, they made
made a separate stand for it. Oh my god.
This is life in the woods. Literally hailing outside. We had the biggest storms last night. My phone was almost dead and I needed it for my Freestyle Libre, so I didn't record much footage. I did have one battery pack that Garrett and I both shared for our phones. Normally we have like 3 charged, but we didn't have it charged when the power went out. This giant tree over here fell down. Like, this tree is in piles now, but it was one of our bigger trees. A whole bunch of trees came down. Biggest storm I've ever been in my life. I mean, maybe not, but pretty close. There was huge lightning and thunder, and I'll put some videos in after this because I did get some videos of the lightning and thunder before I realized my power was out. So our power went out and we have backup plans for this. So we went to go start up the generator. Generator was broken. Something happened with it, and for whatever reason, we couldn't get the generator to work. We have to go and fix it, but we had no power, so we lost like everything in our fridge because our power was out for almost 24 hours. So here is all of the food that I get to throw away from my fridge because it all went bad. All of it went bad. We tried to get ice. We tried to salvage as much as we could. Believe it or not, we salvaged a lot of food. We were able to reorganize my father-in-law's fridge and bring a bunch of stuff over to his fridge. He's on solar, so throughout the night he had enough battery juice to run his fridge and freezer. So we were able to put like a bunch of food in his freezer, like in the middle of the night. We're like huffing, but like hucking. We took all of our food up to his house to try and salvage it, but definitely there was a lot that we could not salvage that we just wouldn't fit in both of our fridges. We thought that, here's another big problem. We thought that if we didn't open the freezer, all of the freezer food inside of our freezer would have kept it cold, because even though there wasn't ice in there, everything was frozen. And we looked online and it said you know, food in the freezer can last up to 12 hours without having power. So we're like, oh, we could last up to 12 hours. By the time the power came back on and we were able to return our house on, it was so warm in there. Everything in there was just soggy. We had like meat in there, and there's just no way that I'm refreezing them. So rest in peace. We just went to the grocery store yesterday, so there's all my groceries from the store yesterday. The only thing you could do is laugh or cry. Mostly cry. But yeah, life in the freaking woods. Now it's hailing. Hailing out there. So we have all this food that we're gonna have to take to the dump. So we're gonna go to the dump. Normally we would just wait until, you know, it wasn't pouring or hailing or raining. Just kind of wait for the storm to die off. But that food's gonna go rotten and it's gonna be really gross. So we just need to take it to the dump today. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna go get some essentials at the store that we lost. Everybody's fine though. It just was crazy. We had what's I guess called a brownout. I have never experienced a brownout before. I don't even know what that was. I still don't even know really the definition of it. But what I do know is that half of my lights wouldn't work in my house. None of my surge protectors were went off, and my breakers, they didn't go off at all. So I thought it was weird that only half of my lights in my house were on, even though none of my breakers flipped. So what ended up happening is we realized all of the lights that were turning on were dim because we were getting like a less amount of power. It was probably due to the lightning, probably due to the thunder. Not the thunder, but definitely the lightning, definitely the storm. A lot of trees came down last night, so luckily they were on it. You know, the power company, they did what they could to get us back up and running as fast as they could, but it was a rough night. We were up for a very long time. The dogs were scared. My whole house was shaking from the thunder. It was insane. It was like bombs were going off or something. I have never been in a storm like that. It was like hurricane weather. Like, I live in California. We don't usually get hurricane type weather here. And the trees, the giant trees were just going back and forth. It was just insane. It's been really rough, but it could have been worse. And I'm trying to be grateful. Grateful for what we have, for what we did salvage. Just crazy night. So now we're recuperating today. Luckily our power's back on. And everything's good there. The fridge is up and working, so we're good. We need to figure out what's going on with that generator, but good times. I love living in the woods. I love it so much, but these are definitely the downsides to living in the woods. There's, you know, there's another, what's that saying? Like, there's another side to every coin or whatever. This is the downside to our coin, but I still think the pros outweigh the cons because of how beautiful and quiet and nice it is out here.
Dark.
There's that other one that's glowing too.
I wonder if that big old
The one down by our house.
tree
Yeah.
down below there.
Holy man, I don't think I've ever seen wind like that before.
Yeah, that's a
The
pretty
camera
big
keeps
thing.
losing focus because of the lightning.
Yeah.
That is so wild. That was a lot.
Last night, in the midst of everything, my alarm started going off because I was getting low blood sugar. And I was just so tired and exhausted. It was finally to the point where we were able to go back to sleep. I was so tired. I just ended up grabbing a whole entire handful of peanut butter crackers. I just scarfed them down. I just ate them just as fast as I could. I just passed out. I was like, well, hopefully this raises my blood sugar. I knew it was going to raise my blood sugar. I eat those peanut butter crackers all the time. And so I know that it's going to boost me up in 30 minutes. So I was fine. And I didn't need an immediate boost because I wasn't super low. But my alarm was going off because I like my alarm to go off at 69. Or anything lower than 70. That way I'm aware of it and I have time to correct before I get really bad. I noticed for me, it gets kind of really bad when I'm in, the 50s. So if I do it, below 70, I only really start feeling it bad at 50s. Then I got like plus or minus like 10, 20 points that I can kind of work with. But I just remember being so tired. I didn't want to deal with it at all. Like, the epitome of being a diabetic, like, you always have to worry about your blood sugars. You always have to, no matter how tired you are, like, you have to be aware of that. Last night was the first time that I was just like, I don't care. I'm just scarfing those peanut butter crackers down. I'm just going to sleep. My face hit the pillow. I fell right asleep. So I recorded a bunch of footage of me taking my old sensor off and then also working up the courage to try and put my new sensor on, which was a very long back and forth, and me getting scared and me holding up to my arm and then getting scared and then me holding it up to my arm and then getting scared, until eventually me just saying, Garrett's gonna have to do it. There's just no way. There's just no way that I can change the sensor and put the new one on, because I chickened out. But I was like, you know what? I gotta woman up. I gotta do it. And I went back, so I stopped recording. I decided I was gonna go back and watch the video of Garrett putting it in my arm last time. And I remember watching the video back and thinking, wow, this was so easy. It was so smooth. Excuse me, sir. Are you eating? You don't even chew. You just swallow. That just seems so unhealthy. How do you digest? Why is one of your ears up? You being a cutie? You a good boy, boy? Okay, update. I went back and watched the video. It is quick. It's just one quick. And like, if I push it down hard really quick, it's just gonna go in. I am a little bit nervous though, because I feel like my shirt kind of like dragged on it a lot now, because I had a little bit of a panic and I want it to be like clean, you know? Maybe I'm just procrastinating. I'm just procrastinating because I don't want to do this right now. But I have to do it. I am incredibly grateful and fortunate that I have a husband who is willing to help me and go out of his way to really support me and help me do this. But on the other hand, you know, I want to try to figure it out. This diabetes is happening in my body. I'm trying to be independent. Like, oh, okay. Oh, I made the mistake of looking in. I shouldn't have looked in. Here, you guys could look in. Oh, I don't want to. I think I'm going to put it right here. Is there any veins right there? I don't see any veins. I should just do it. I wonder if it's better for me to hold my arm up like this. I feel like this is a pretty fatty area and this will be pretty good. Okay, I did it. Holy, I did it. Holy, it burns. Ooh, it burns. I did it. Garrett's gonna get home. He's gonna be so surprised. He's gonna be like, holy crap, I can't believe you did that. I think I put it in a good spot. Holy, I did it. That was a big buildup. Whew, that was a big buildup. That's right. I'm a pro. I am mastering the diabetes. Woo! Oh, good for me. Oh, it does burn. I think it burns a little bit just because I'm not used to it being there and I feel it in my skin. I notice like I'm a little bit more sensitive than a lot of people as far as like being aware of what's in my body, and it really makes me uncomfortable. So I think just feeling it until I can get used to it is a little bit uncomfortable, but I can't believe I did it. Oh, Garrett's gonna be so surprised. It's good for me. So, I was so excited to tell Garrett about the new sensor. He was so surprised. And he says to me in response, he says, well, to celebrate, let's look at all this stuff that I got you at the store. And I was like, what? You got me stuff at the store? And look at this. He got some zero sugar added chocolate ice cream bars. And these are actually, so they literally for one bar, there's only 10 grams of carbohydrates and only 2 grams of sugar and 3 sugar alcohols, which is not bad for ice cream. And he got a zero sugar whipped cream that I can put on my sugar for Jello, and I can put on my shake, which I'm excited for. And we got sugar-free Jolly Ranchers, sugar-free Reese's. I don't know how I'm gonna do with these. They do have a little bit of high carbs, but I need to experiment with more candy, so I am very, very excited about these. And I got a new coffee syrup, sugar-free chocolate. I'm so excited. Now we get to celebrate me putting my sensor on with all of this fancy good stuff. Yeah. Thank you so much, Kurt. I really appreciate it. It's so fancy. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled rotten, thank you. It is the middle of the morning. I'm so tired. I have given this sensor 48 hours to work. It's not working. It's off still by 30 points, which is a little bit more than I want to be off on. I already submitted a request. Freestyle Libre is going to send me a new one, which is fantastic. I know this happens every now and again. Maybe it's the way the cannule's in my arm. Maybe it's the way, maybe there's a defect on it. I'm not sure. All I know is it's not working. It's also giving me a lot of lows, which were not accurate. So definitely need to get that adjusted. So we got a new sensor here. We're gonna have to put a new sensor on, take the old sensor off. So let's get to that. I have to go to work here soon. So I gotta get this all done because I'm gonna be gone all day. And I don't wanna wait all day to have an inaccurate sensor. I know it's not gonna be accurate for the first like 24 hours anyways, but I really wanna get this going like as soon as possible. Even though I know I'm gonna have to keep finger poking myself. Like I've had to the last like 2 days now. Well, it's been like a day and not 12 hours, like a day and like 16 hours, so almost 2 days. Okay. Making sure I have a shirt on under there. I do. I'm just rushing this. I do not have time to freak out. I'm too tired and I'm behind, so last time I did this, I clipped my shirt up because I didn't want, you know, anything to show. But I can't find a clip. So I'm just gonna have to hair tie it and call it a day, and hopefully this will hold. At least for the length of this video. Okay, ponytailed my hair into it. It's fine. It's fine. Now I look like I have a fancy halter top on. Look at how fancy I am. Maybe I put it in a bad spot. I don't know. I thought that was a good spot. I know I can't put the new sensor in the same spot. So I'm gonna probably put like the new sensor, I guess, like right here. I don't know. Man, I don't freaking know. But I'm tired and I'm grumpy and I don't want to deal with this right now. That's for sure. I'm just gonna like alcohol swab everything because I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I know I'm not gonna put it where this one was because I can't re-stick myself in the same spot. Okay. Let's see if I can even get this off. It's not even gonna let me get it off. It is so stuck on there. I might have to get some of that oil. I don't know if I have time to let that oil sit on here, dude. This is what life as a diabetic is. All right, pause. I'm gonna go get some oil. So update, I got my oil here. I didn't even have my coffee ready, so I just got some coffee. I was just waiting overnight to see maybe it's gonna even out, maybe it's gonna be fine. No, it was still off by like 30 points this morning. So. And they said they were already gonna send me a new one, so we're just gonna get this over with. I do not like this oil at all, but it helped so much last time, or the first time that I took it off. I don't know why my other sensor that I just took off 2 days ago, I recorded content of me taking it off, but of course I didn't record it right and I lost the footage. So there's no footage of me taking it off. But it was like floppy, it was already coming off, so I didn't even need any oil. I was like, oh, I'm fine, I don't even need the oil. Well, it turns out I do need it for this adhesive, because it's really stuck on here. Okay. I'm just gonna have to let this soak and then touch base in a minute, because and I'm gonna have to rewash my arm because I don't want this oil where I'm gonna be putting my new sensor, because then it's just never gonna stick. This is so annoying. This is life as a diabetic. Like, you wake up in the morning and the thing is if I wait until I get home, I'm gonna be gone in town for, I don't know, like 6 hours today, because I have a bunch of stuff to do. And if I'm in town that long, I don't want to be poking my finger constantly, or at the very least I want to be using that 6 hours to be priming this new sensor. This sensor only takes an hour to prime, which is good, but it also is inaccurate at the first 12 to 24 hours. So that kind of sucks. Like, you don't really want to trust it. So it's like I kind of want to start getting this new sensor going, right, before I want to start getting this new sensor going before, oh God, this hurts. Oh God, this is miserable. Oh God. Oh, I think the cannula's out. I think I touched it. Okay, so mostly I think the miserable part is the adhesive, not even getting the cannula out, or whatever this is called. I keep calling it a cannula. Maybe it's not a cannula. I don't know, but whatever this is, this one sucks. I'm saving it to send it back. Dang it. I know that occasionally happens, right? Your sensor goes out, but this is barely my third sensor. I just became diabetic in March. I thought I was gonna have to run through like a few sensors before it went out. I will say I love Whooo Gray. I haven't had really any issues thus far. I know I've only had 2 sensors before this, but it's been really great. I like the accuracy of it, usually. And it's really easy and accessible. I like how small the little sensor is. I'm gonna have to clean all this up again. I'm scared to put alcohol in this because I think it's gonna burn. Oh God. But I need that oil off. I really need that oil off. I do not want to be dealing with that oil when I put my new sensor on. I have some. It's so funny. I always had alcohol swabs throughout my house before I even became diabetic, so it works out. You would not believe how good these alcohol swabs work for things. Okay. Okay. It does burn. Oof. Normally I'd wait, but I have to go soon. I'm behind, so I gotta get my stuff. I gotta get my together. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I don't feel oily. I just touched all that oil. I didn't wash my hands. I have to wash my hands only.
Oh, I hate the way soap makes my hands feel, but it's probably the only thing that's gonna take that oil off. I really need to get a microphone of some kind because these headphones just constantly fall out of my freaking ears. This sucks. This sucks so hard. But I can see where I put my last sensor, so I think I'm just gonna put my new sensor like right here. What the hell, man? Normally, I record with my back camera because I feel like it's better quality. But I recorded the other day with my back camera and turns out my front camera was on. So I just propped my phone up and it recorded backwards. And I didn't get any of the content. It was when I was taking the first Freestyle Libre sensor off. So that really, really sucked. Okay, I ran the serial number on the box for the new sensor I'm about to put on through the validation on their website because they did have some sensors that were malfunctioning, and you could run the serial number to check if this was included in that list of things that they've already found wrong or things that have already been reported. So this says that this kit was not affected, so we're at least good on that front. Hopefully the sensor goes a little bit better. Here I am alcohol swabbing for like the 10th time because I'm nervous and I'm putting it off and I don't want to put a sensor on because I'm scared. It hurts. It's like a freaking hole punch. Well, it's not like a hole punch, but that's how I feel. I don't know if anybody ever has done scrapbooking, but you know those scrapbooking shapes that you like, it's like this, and then it like gives you like a little heart or like a little Christmas tree or something. Like clunk. That's how I feel this stupid thing is. And now I'm dry, 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 dry. Dry. I definitely don't want to put it on with like wet alcohol. This is my procrastination. And then I need to go make breakfast because I actually am running a little bit low. I'm not like super low. I'm in the 80s. So that's actually perfect. I'm perfect. But I've been trending down all night. So I have a feeling I'm going to keep trending down unless I eat some food. And I have to leave soon. Oh, I don't even want to look at the time. I have to leave in less than an hour. Okay, that's actually enough time to eat and everything. But as a diabetic, I can't just like throw something in my mouth and go. They say that I need to eat like protein with fiber and then a carb. So I'm gonna try to make some poached eggs on some English muffin. Well, you guys see what I eat. I've already posted my breakfast a few times. I'm gonna eat poached eggs on English muffin with some cheese and some Canadian bacon. Here we go. Here we go, man. Frickin' here we go. This sucks. Maybe I did it to myself because I took too long last time. Okay, I really gotta see where it was before. Okay, I'm not gonna put it anywhere near where it was before. Wow. I guess as long as the needle isn't in the same spot, right? That's the main concern there. Okay, I'm just gonna do it this time because I can't wait. I don't have time, but two, I don't want to mess it up. Okay. Why isn't it coming off? Okay. That really sucked. How? It burns. It always burns when I put it on. I always check to make sure it's sealed. It's sealed. It's good. It's good enough. Ooh, it burns. I think it just burns because there's something new in my body, and I don't like that. I don't like the feeling of anything new being in my body. Okay, all done. I'm gonna go make some breakfast and hopefully get out of here on time. We're just gonna have to see how it goes today. We're rushing, we're winging it. The sensor's now gonna take a friggin' hour to just be in prime, and then I'm gonna have like the rest of the day where it's gonna be inaccurate, but that's okay. I'm gonna go poke my finger before breakfast, I'm gonna poke my finger after breakfast, and then I'm gonna have to poke my finger at work. But it's fine. It's not necessarily work. I'm actually just babysitting my niece. So that's not actually work, technically. But I am there for a long, lengthy amount of time, and I do go there multiple days a week consistently. So it's kind of in the middle.